And one more last thing I want to say. Are you a Mason? Because I see that you got the hairline like this. What's going on? What's going on? How you doing today? This your boy, Brother Big Austin. I just want to say, please like, subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to get more subscribers to my channel. And that's about it, I just wanted to say I want to ride on down Chicago and let's talk about it. Yes. Okay. You got Brandon Johnson, man. This brother, man, he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. He hurting people out there in Chicago. And Chicago need help, man. Brandon Johnson. Help the people, brother. This took place at Chicago, I believe, downtown at the meeting, at the council meeting at City Hall. And a lot of people spoke up about this brother, what he's not doing, And Brandon Johnson, man, you need to step up, man, because you're hurting the veterans, you're hurting the homeless people, you're hurting people that really needs help. But you put the migrant first before us, And it's sad, They're getting vouchers, they're getting free hotel, they're getting room and board, they get bank cards, and they get housing, and the list goes on, man. But I want y'all to check it out, a lot of people disappointed. This took place about 2 weeks ago. I just want to shine in on it, But, man, Chicago's hurting, man. Brandon, help Chicago. Check it out.
Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker is Michael Young Bay.
There's $70 million. $70 million. And not counting the past millions of dollars that this city done approved of, and this state and county, etc. $70 million. Y'all won't even put $1 million in one neighborhood. $1 million in one neighborhood. Brandon Mayor Johnson, you say that you for the children, etc. You for the youth. You want to have work programs for the youth, etc. Well, $1 million for these work programs for these children. See, I'm not going to address nobody in the room no more. I'm going to just address you whenever it's a city council. Because I gave you a hard drive of what me and my family has experienced as far as the discrimination against me and my child and my wife. That comes from places like the Safer Foundation. That come from All Chicago. That come from Bring Chicago Home. You see, that come for these ministers that y'all have. You know, if you go look on Friends Chicago home site, you see all the reverends and things like that. They got all these nice churches in these neighborhoods. Nice mega churches. And our people homes. And I don't even want to say our people homes, because some people, we gotta be honest, they do let their stuff go. They do live up in trash, etc. And willingly of their own will. But what about the face? Right? What about 79th Street? You see what I'm saying? What about the face? What about 71st Street? What about all these different streets with these abandoned buildings, with these empty lots? And then the churches come up and try to buy these lots. That's why I say to the people, come up out of her. Come up out of Rome. That's why I said that, come up out of there. The snake is no good. It don't matter who they put at the head. He ain't running nothing. We gotta be honest about this situation. But I'm still gonna talk to you. I'm still gonna call you out. I'm still gonna say the names. And then I'm coming down here fighting about me and my family housing and being discriminated and retaliated against, and I get attacked by Greg Mitchell. But you know, and I still been trying to come here to be humble and things like that, and give the honors and respect and things like that, but y'all ain't trying to hear that. So now I'm gonna press these charges and I'm gonna do this lawsuit. I'm not gonna play with y'all, I told y'all. And I got proof, I got evidence, I got the video of me having the unit, hard drive, etc. You know what I'm saying? So I'm Michael Youngbaby to the meet.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your comments. However, your time has expired. So,
Before our next speaker, just a second, sir. Before our next speaker, I would respectfully ask yet again that those that are participating in democracy allow our speakers to finish their presentation. If you cannot adhere to that expectation, I'm going to ask that our Sergeant at Arms remove you. Give our speakers the respect that they deserve. Their 3 minutes. You may commence, sir.
Good afternoon, Mayor.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody here. My name is Richard. Last name's Paso. I'm a store manager at an automotive facility here in Chicago. I'm a native to Chicago. It's near and dear to my heart. The city doesn't feel the same anymore. There's a lot of stuff going on right now that's really hard to process. There's a lot of people here that have watched me on social media. I'm a social media influencer, and I've heard the word getting back to me. Some of the people that work for you have gotten stuff back to me. I'm gonna say what I have to say regardless. You can come after me if you want. You can try to slander me if you want. Some of the aldermen can talk behind my back if you want. But there's 31 out of 50 aldermen, December 14th, that turned their back on the public, that said, I will not take their vote on this city continuing to be a sanctuary city. You turned it to yourself to speak for us. You turned it to yourself to speak for the public. We pay you, you work for us. We put you there. How can you stand there and say anything about, we don't want to take their vote? We're gonna speak on their behalf, and this is how it's gonna be. It shouldn't work that way. Any politician that feels like they deserve that type of control over people, they don't deserve to be politicians. They don't deserve to be in the spot that they're in. Second of all, I'm a veteran. I served 15 months in a war zone for this country where I got hurt. Yes, the VA does take care of me. But every year I'm hearing, let's take away, let's take away, let's take away, let's give back, let's take away, let's give back. But we have immigrants that serve with us, that put their life on the line, that are still fighting for citizenship, that are in the military, that deserve all the respect in the world, and they don't get it. They come back, they're still fighting for citizenship. Some of them don't get it, they get deported. These are people that put their life on the line for this country, for all of you to have the freedom and the jobs that you have, and they don't get the respect to have somebody care for them and help them through the process. But all of you guys out here will vote for people that are complete aliens to this country, that have nothing. Trinidad, Venezuela, anything coming from the Honduras, all these people are coming here. They cleared out these prisons years ago. And they're sending all these people here. They don't want them there. They don't serve them a purpose. They're showing up here in New York, in Chicago, attacking people in the streets, The police are fighting with them in the shelters that you guys are funding. You guys think it's a great idea, but yet your police officers are getting attacked. Your public's getting attacked. You're putting our lives at risk by doing what you're doing, and none of you care about it because the mighty dollar sits on top. And as long as somebody's in your pocket that you're working with, you're okay with doing it. You don't care about the citizens. At some point in time, there's going to be an answering for this. What it is, I don't know. But it doesn't look good. And I don't respect most of the people that are in here because you turned your back on the citizens and you said your voice doesn't matter.
Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker is Tawana.
Good afternoon to the city of Chicago. I am P. Ray of the 37th Ward. Chicago Red is our organization. Because we started this session with a prayer, I want to start my comment with a scripture. 1 Timothy 5:8 says, "But if any provide not for his own, and specifically for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel." So I want to talk to y'all today about not going to hell. In the 37th Ward, there was a family, the Jones family. Amarie Jones was standing in her family building that they've owned for 40 years, doing the TikTok dance with her mother. A bullet came through the window, hit her in the neck. She fell to the ground in front of her mother and bled to death. A month ago, on the Chicago Mugshot page, her mother was on that page. Her mother had on her daughter's Rest in Peace t-shirt. She washed it so many times that it was completely faded out. She was completely high, out of her mind, and the charge was possession. Now, the first $51 million that this council gave to the migrants came from the opioid settlement funds. I am here on behalf of the Jones family, on behalf of the 37th Ward, on behalf of Black Chicago, on behalf of the entire city, to ask you all to vote no and put that money back in the opioid settlement fund. We need that money in my neighborhood. We need that on my block. That woman should not be at Cook County Jail because she's grieving over a random act of violence that caused her to lose her child in front of her face, when the city of Chicago has millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to give to people who ain't paid a dime into the tax base. We've been in my building for 52 years. We got to pay some more taxes. The Jones family has been in their building for 45 years, paying taxes every year on time. So I'm asking y'all to use our tax money for our people. We need it. We got people leaning, we got people rocking, we got overdosing, we got pass out lines. You live on the west side, Mayor Johnson, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We need the money for us. We need opioid treatment on the west side of Chicago. We are the headquarters of the cartel, and everybody in here knows it. They selling more drugs than the law can allow, and y'all giving money back to them because they traffic those people up here, so we pay them going and coming. Absolutely not. We pay too much. It costs too much money to live in this city. Help Wanda Jones. Help every other grieving mother who feels like she has to go get high to get over the loss of her child. This is a woman who lived in that house. She still sleeps in that living room where her daughter passed out and bled to death. So I'm asking y'all to say no, put these people on the back burner, and put the money back in the opioid fund. We need that money. Thank y'all.
Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your comments, Ms. Easley. The next speaker is Mr. Denzel Dillard. The next speaker is Mr. Denzel Dillard.
Yes, how you doing there, Mayor?
Good afternoon.
I come here for a different perspective. I come here to give you praise. I hope to soften the blow here. I think I've been sitting here, after being evicted, after all the turmoil that I'm going through. I'm here to say thank you. I think you're doing a great job, despite the disparities that's going on within our communities. Shucks, I don't care what mayor was here, it wouldn't be done. But more importantly, I'm here to let you know that I'm a struggling young man. I've always, at your tenure, wanted to work for your administration. My goal is to get hired I believe in your mission. I believe in the hope of the city. And then I see where your administration is going. I want to be a part of the process. Even if I do not work for your administration or hope to be hired for some job for the city. And one of the reasons that I thank the Lord that I'm here, because a lot of people don't think that I'll be hired. They think that I won't be helped by you. They think that things can't happen, to good people. I believe in you. I believe. And my goal is hopefully to work for your administration or for the city, and hopefully to even soften the blow. Because I see so much here. I almost want to pray for this environment, because I do not let anyone steer me wrong, just like you do. No matter what the bickering, the hollering, because I adore it and I appreciate this whole administration, this whole body here, even the people, even that's behind me. Okay, kiss it. And just like this, I want to be an asset to the city and to your administration, or to some part working inside the administration. I just want to thank you, and I just want to say this very briefly. Lord, I want to thank you for this moment that you gave us. Lord, I want you to continue to bless our city. Lord, bless the people that surround us, Lord. Give them what they need, Lord. Calm their spirit, Lord. You've been ever so gracious. Lord, I want to thank you for what you're doing, for what you've done, and the thing that's going to be down and restored over our lives, and this city will be greater with our help and assistance. I thank you in Jesus' name, amen. Love you, Mayor.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Dillard. The next speaker is Ms. Jessica Jackson.
So, Christmas is coming early this year. We're going to check that list. When you go up on that wall for voting, we're going to check it twice. And we're going to find out who's been out here nice, based on how y'all vote. And we're going to start it off with Maria Haddon. Yeah.
Chicago and some communities so angry. Why is all this kind of anti-immigrant sentiment coming up? And I want to explain to folks, it's because if we cared as much about Black people and had over the decades as we do about everyone else, we wouldn't be here. What's the money from this week?
All right. That would be Maria Haddon. Stepping out there, I see you. Don't get sarcastic, because we can get jiggy, right? You sit up here for that first 51 million, talking about how you feel about Black people and how you have to have the same energy for Black people, and you ain't never stood on this floor talking about money for Black people. You get on this floor and talk about Black and brown because you somewhere in the middle with it, right? But I'll tell you this, and I'm telling every other Black alderman in here today, you vote for the money for these immigrants today, and we're coming for them seats. You can believe that. You're gonna stop pimping the Black people's plight to get brown people, as y'all call it, money. You're gonna give us our press conference up there on the 3rd floor, keep talking to the mayor's boy with the clink clink from his past. That's why he gotta do what the mayor say do. Him and a lot of other ones in here with these shady pasts. That's why you gotta vote the way that you vote. But all of us ain't got shady passes. Some of us free out here, and we can vote how we want to vote, and we're coming for those seats. Now, to align yourself with somebody who's obviously a one-term mayor, if he even makes it that far, you better be worried about your job. You better be worried about your longevity, because we're going to vote, and we're going to get you out, because you ain't doing right by us. That's what time it is. And for your law person that's next to you, I'm going to need you to check out that federal charge that I got against those public administrators over there for messing with Black people's property. It's federal case number 23CB14590. All right? And then on that note, if y'all don't give us our money for the Black community, Know this, we getting ready to file a federal injunction against City Hall for benign neglect to the south side and west side. You got that? Boom.
Thank you for your comments, Ms. Jackson. The next speaker is Ms. Sarah Thomas Lena.
Hello, my name is Sarah Tomas Lemna, and I'm a community organizer with Asian Americans Advancing Justice Chicago, and I live in the 5th Ward. I'm calling on City Council to approve $70 million in funding to
These black ones do.
Thank you for your comments, Ms. Thomas Linda. The next speaker is Mr. George Blakemore.
The problem is racism. I guess you can hear me. The problem is racism. This is first and coming to China. All these people sitting here, they're a member of one party, the Democratic machine. These black ones do not have our interests. They work for the master. These big-headed white men run this system. Man, you can't barely run it. And I was looking around and said, well, how many white women do they have here? You know, during suffrage, the white woman didn't like that because she couldn't vote and she was like a subject to a big-headed white man. So looking here, I don't see many white women here. One or two. So the problem here in Chicago is racism, nepotism, corruption, a one-party system. These big-headed white men run this. This big-headed man doesn't run this. These black officers, they don't have no power. Who slates them? Corporate America. Who runs corporate America? These big-headed white men. Now you can be in denial. Now look at the over there pants right here. Look at that while I'm talking. Young lady, sit down. Sit down. Tell her to sit down. Tell her to sit down. So, wait a minute. If you don't like this, I'm going to tell you, I'm educating you, I'm informing you, I'm enlightening you. These big-head white people that enslaved us brought us here. Now they're giving money to another people. Are they nappy, hair, big nose, thick lip, and a black booty hole like that? No, they're not. And they're giving millions and millions of dollars to them. Can't you see how arrogant she is? When I told her to be seated, she'd go stand up and go, you work for us.
Mr. Blakemore, please stay in the microphone so we can hear you, sir. Thank you.
Something is mighty wrong here, sir. We're still on the white man's plantation, and I urge black people to be selfish. A selfish people. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. Focus on you. They're giving millions. They're showing you better than they can tell you. They're showing you by they're not giving no money to them. These big-headed white men. We're still on the plantation.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Blakemore. Your time has expired. Your Honor, there are no further speakers for public comments.
Thank you.
And one more last thing I want to say. Are you a Mason? Because I see that you got that hairline like this. I can see when you at the mic, at the council meeting, them two large microphones. I'm trying to find out where you're Are you the Illuminati or Illuminati, whatever you call it? You know, I'm just trying to find out, brother.